Amid the coronavirus pandemic, a new partnership of organizations is announcing a nationwide initiative to protect the health, dignity, civil rights, and religious freedom of patients and families. Joining me now on Skype to talk more about the Healthcare Civil Rights Task Force and the work that they're doing is Jordan Buzza with the Christ Medicus Foundation. Now, Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. And how has this task force come about, and why is it needed?
It is a pleasure to be with you as well. The task force is really very necessary to make sure that during the current COVID crisis, we are protecting our civil rights, that our ability to see our family members when we're sick, to be able to say goodbye when we're dying, and to receive the sacraments, to be able to exercise our faith in Mass, in last rites, is protected.
Exactly. I mean, what do you see as some of the other key issues that need to be addressed now, especially during this pandemic, in order to protect families and patients out there?
Sure. So I do think right now the number one issue that we're seeing with the rise in COVID cases is the potential for further restrictions of access to the sacraments, particularly with Mass. COVID is very serious. We recognize that. We do mourn and pray for the lost, but we also have to recognize that there's not been documented spread through Mass. So we need to have just and reasonable guidelines, but it would seem to be unjust and unreasonable to deny the faithful access to the sacraments.
Most definitely. And what are some of the changes that you like to see, and how is the Healthcare Civil Rights Task Force working to bring those changes?
Sure. So I think a lot of our great organizations like the Terry Schiavo Life and Hope Network, we're here to help out in individual cases whenever somebody is running into end-of-life type of issues, whenever somebody is having trouble seeing their family members. We're also hopeful to bring about a discussion about the dignity of the human person. Right. We've seen in the COVID crisis with triage protocols how the elderly and infirmed are not valued. So with our task force, we're very hopeful that we will be able to further the dignity of the human person and make sure that our rights are protected.
It's definitely needed out there. Well, Jordan Buzza, thank you so much for joining us with the Christ Medicus Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you.